Hey guys, what's up? Today I have a little 4th gen battle against littlebigbattleler from Skype. And I built this team kind of around this anti-lead Dragonite, and he just goes ahead and has a Roserade to a Sleep Powder. I didn't even really think about Sleep Powder as a possibility, so I wasn't really counting on it, and that's why I didn't go for Extreme Speed, or maybe switch out to something that would be a little less useful. But yeah, I was just thinking I'd be faster than him, basically. I guess too much 5th gen Roserades are like defensive, so anyways, but I went to Azelf so I can get off a U-turn, go to Shaman. He gets a crit, which really sucks. Then he's going to switch to Scizor, which is really risky because I could have Hidden Power Fire, and that could have really fucked him over, but I have Ice, and it sucks because I just made this set like prior to the battle, so I'm like, nah, Scizor won't be too big of a problem. And yeah, it turns out that, well, it's not that he was a problem, because I could have switched out, but I died because of the crit and the poison and all that stuff. But, you know, I go to Gyarados. I'm going to get up a Dragonette. He switches to Empoleon. I figure he's probably going to try and hit me with an HP Electric, so I'll just go for the Waterfall. It'll do a bunch, but it actually doesn't do that much because he's defensive. And I'm like, fuck, I could have just taunted him, and he wouldn't have been able to roar. But, yeah, he was able to roar. But he blows me out to Jirachi. I can get up my rocks. He's going to get up his Stealth Rock, of course. And it's like, damn, all these like 5th gen UU Pokemon he has are just being so annoying. It's like, crap, stupid Roserade. Like, man, I was so excited to use Dragonite. Like, I used to use it. It was so much fun and shit. And then I didn't get to use it because it got put to sleep, and I don't have Heal Bell. So, yeah, I switch out to Azelf after I go for the Wish, and he freezes me with the freaking Ice Beam, and I'm just like, fuck. Like, that Grass Knot did absolutely nothing, too. I mean, I know I'm scarfed, but, like, fuck, man. This Empoleon is just being a big annoyance. And I don't have my Shaman, so I can't really do much to him, even though he has Ice Beam anyways. And my superpowering Dragonite is asleep, so it's like, I can't really touch this Empoleon very well. I'm going to switch to Rotom, and I figure he's probably going to switch out, but I'll go for the Discharge anyways. And he's going to switch into Roserade because, you know, resist the grass and stuff. I'm going to get the Paralyze, which is nice. And he is actually going to get paralyzed twice in a row as I go ahead and kill him with 3 more discharges. Which is weird because it's like he got the freeze and the crit on the Leaf Storm. And then now I'm getting like all sorts of paralysis and shit. So it's like, kind of payback for Shaman, but I'm like, no, I wanted to use Shaman. Shaman's like one of my favorite 5th gen pokes, whether it be an OU or UU, and it's just like, I didn't get to use him much either. He goes to Machamp, and he is going to set up a sub, but I go for the Will-O-Wisp, and it's going to burn him. Another thing about this Rotom too, and actually it's funny, he has the exact same problem, is we both made our Rotoms as Rotom Heat, and we gave him Overheat, but for some reason, it just didn't take. Like, it just made it a normal Rotom, and it got rid of Overheat. So both of us have Rotoms, normal form, with no 4th move. So it's like, shit. But I'm tanking this Machamp very easily because he obviously doesn't have Guts, or else he'd be doing tons of damage as opposed to almost nothing. And yeah, I'm really not worried. So I'm just, you know, really just staying in and discharging over and over and over again. Because, you know, why not? So, speaking of Rotom, as you can tell by his name, Mini Bake, he was supposed to be Rotom Heat, but obviously didn't work. And then I find out he's actually a Scarfed offensive Rotom, and I'm like, oh, well, crap. Although I don't really have anything to take Shadow Ball, per se. I definitely could have kept Rotom if I knew, you know, because Scizor and all that stuff, but whatever. He goes to Heatran, and I'm like, why do you have to have Pokemon to, like, fucking counter me so hard? So I Thunder Wave him on the switch, and I'm going to Wish, and then switch out to Gyarados. He's going to get fully paralyzed, and I figure, you know what, he already has a Scarfer, so he's probably just going to be like, you know, a defensive Heatran, because why not? He's probably going to have Earth Power, Fire Blast, and maybe Roar, and that's why he's staying in, or something like that, or maybe Toxic. But I go for the Waterfall, and it turns out he's actually, I think, Specs. He might be Life Orb, not Leftover, Life Orb, but he told me he was trying to go for the Hidden Power Electric. So again, it's just like, so much para hacks for me, and then he gets all the, like, the rest of the hacks. So I go for the Taunt, because now that I know he's defensive, and he's not going to go for Hidden Power Electric. And, yeah, so now I'm, like, oh, this is going to be pretty much over, right? Because, I mean, Scizor can't really do too much to me. Yeah, he's got a Rotom, and it's Scarfed, which is a worry. He was, like, ready to give up, but I'm like, no, Rotom's still faster than me, unless he's modest. But he freezes me again. And I'm just like, well, fuck. Unless I dethaw this turn or something, like, I am just fucked. Like, I have a Sleeping Dragonite, which Empoleon kills with Ice Beam, and Scizor kills very easily, as long as he doesn't wake up, like, within 2 turns. Which can't happen, because he has to sleep for the first turn anyways. And I've got a Jirachi that, you know, he's got 3 things, all resist it, and all are, well, Empoleon's not faster, but he's quad resist, and he got leftover, so it's like, I'm not going to kill you when you've got 3, you know, neutral stab attacks to be hitting me, and I've got a resisted hit, so I just decided to run, and, yeah, just end the battle there. I mean, like, fuck, so much fucking hacks, man. Like, what was it, 5 para hacks on, well, Discharge was obviously paralyzed on the chance, but Thunderwave was a guaranteed paralyzed. But then to get 5 full paralyze, and then he got 2 freezes. He got that crit that killed my Shaman. The Slate Powder didn't miss, I guess you could call that, whatever. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I started with this idea. I'm like, I want to use Anti-Lead Dragonite because it's cool. I used to use it, not a lot, but yeah, and I figured just make an all-new team. I don't want to use the same team I used in my last Gen 4 battle, so I made this one up, and didn't do too well. I don't know, man, just so much hacks. I mean, Rotom did a lot of work on paralysis, and well, the burn helped kill Machamp and stuff like that, and then, you know, Gyarados didn't get any flinches, and Azelf did, like, nothing. Stupid Empoleon. It's just like, I don't know. It was just such a weird battle. Like, it was hard to really do anything with all that hacks going on. We were just basically sitting there, like, saying, like, sorry to each other, essentially. So, yeah, that was the battle. And that's me doing the narration. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all on Friday, etc. Peace.